They said that the only version which explains everything might be poisoning. So I approached the police, and Berlin Criminal Police and Prosecutor's Office are running investigation right now. We're still investigating it, and I'm not really informed about any results.
I Love Russia is Elena Kostyuchenko's intimate portrait of her homeland and a heartfelt cry for truth and journalism in opposition to authoritarian rule. Elena spent 17 years writing for Novaya Gazeta, Russia's last major independent newspaper, until it was shut down last year in response to her reporting from Ukraine. Kostyuchenko was the first journalist to write about the punk protest band Pussy Riot and has been assaulted and arrested on several occasions in retribution of her reporting and her activism.
Mostly it's not easy because I have lots of feelings and I have lots of love and lots of hope, and sometimes it blinds me. And also it's not easy because our authorities do their best to prevent this truth from spreading. My newspaper was closed, and I had like multiple threats as my colleagues, and right now it's really hard to achieve our readers in Russia because the system of blockage of any independent information is huge.
Yeah, and look, tell me about reporting from Ukraine and being able to be like an independent news organization now, still with an eye on Russia, being able to do things that I guess one couldn't do within Russia.
They helped me not because they liked me so much. They helped me because they wanted to talk through me with Russians, so Russians would be able to understand what's happening, what's Russian authorities and Russian army doing by their name. And this kind of belief in us, even we were attacking them, it's what I will never forget. I mean, almost all Russian independent media inside Russia were shut down or blocked or made to exile. But some journalists are still remains in Russia. They work mostly anonymously, and they keep doing tremendous work, despite the situation is extremely different from what I experienced. Like my younger sister, she's a reporter of Novaya Gazeta as well, and she keeps working on investigations inside Russia. And she says that she cannot plan her life just only in one day in advance, because when she leaves her apartment, she never knows if she will be able to come back.
What would be the response to people in, I guess, the mainstream Russian media, the official Russian media, to even writing about these parts of Russia? Would it be considered in some way unpatriotic to even mention that these parts of Russia exist?
Oh, yes, completely. Patriotism in Russia, it's a tricky thing because it was Putin saying that what his propaganda is saying. And it's like, if you love Russia, you need to kill Ukrainians. If you love Russia, you need to keep silent. If you love Russia, you need to lie sometimes or to obey. But what is real and what I strongly believe into, that if that love doesn't demand murder or lies or silence or obedience, it demands a very precise look on the things you love. And I really consider me and my colleagues who are working covering Russia as patriots.
This year you wrote that you suspected you'd been poisoned by the Russian state last year as a response to your journalism covering the invasion of Ukraine. Tell us a little bit about what happened there.
So it wasn't like my suspicion, it was suspicion of my doctors. I basically came to Munich to apply for Ukrainian visa so I would be able to go back to Ukraine and keep reporting. And on my way back, I felt bad and symptoms were really strange. So then I approached the doctors. They had like multiple versions of what's happening with me, and after 2.5 months of examining my body, they said that the only version which explains everything might be poisoning. So I approached the police, and Berlin Criminal Police and Prosecutor's Office are running investigation right now. We're still investigating it, and I'm not really informed about any results, but I hope I will, and we will know the truth.